Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Morgan and I have post-viral fatigue syndrome. Now, today I wanted to, take time to smell the flowers, you guys. Today I wanted to take the time to talk about my conditions and how I maintain self-care being chronically ill. From a physical standpoint, I do want to say that I am diagnosed with the dysautonomia illnesses, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue. Specifically, the triggering factor was post-viral fatigue that turned chronic. So now I have post-viral fatigue syndrome, and it kind of just snowballs into a ton of other issues. But the thing with these illnesses that I want to say is it's so easy to just give up and kind of just sleep all day, lay around and give up. Want to know why people give up? Because they're genuinely uncomfortable, in pain, exhausted, or they didn't even sleep the night before 24/7. And it's hard to maintain yourself because you're kind of just stuck in this like really annoying body. And trust me, I get it because I deal with it every day. And every morning I wake up with some sort of pain. Something that I've always held dear to my heart to get me through this without falling into a depression, because let's face it, it's very easy to get depressed in these situations, is I really focus on self-care and taking care of myself physically the best I can. Because in my opinion and in my head, if I let myself go, well, what's worse than being chronically ill and feeling like shit? Looking like shit. First thing I want to talk about is your aesthetic. Now, my aesthetic is clearly very girly, very pink, floral. My advice to you is keep your aesthetic, whatever aesthetic you want it to be. No age is too old or too young to like what you like. I want you guys to surround yourselves with things that you love, colors that you love, uplifting photographs. Every time you look at them, you smile. Make your bedding as cozy as possible and just surround yourself with an aesthetic that genuinely brings you joy. You know what? On your worst day, right, physically, if you look at a ton of things that just genuinely bring you joy from your heart, you're gonna automatically feel better emotionally. We can't change what's happening to our bodies physically, but we could try to change what's happening emotionally to uplift our spirits. Second is physical self-care from a beauty standpoint. Self-grooming for me has been so therapeutic even prior to being sick. Laying down and feeling gross on top of it is just gonna make things worse. So let's try to do things that are within our control. We can get into a shower. I know there are people that are strictly bedridden, and I understand because I've been there last year. Trust me, I couldn't even leave my house. And if there's one thing that you do in the day, right? Try to do it for yourself. You are not being selfish by doing that. You are trying to create a better you for everybody around you. Because remember, if you're good and you work on yourself, you could only spread positivity. We can't help others if we can't help ourselves. So if there's one thing you do in a day, it's make sure to do some type of self-care routine. Micellar water is a non-washable cleanser, basically. You literally just tip it onto a cotton ball and wipe it over your face, and that's supposed to act as your cleanser. No water, no sinks are needed. Another skincare product that I recommend for when you're feeling really down is, we have the micellar water for a cleanser. If you're too tired and weak to apply a full skincare routine, the only thing I would recommend is apply your best moisturizer, whatever it is. Another skincare product that I would recommend is a good night mask. Sometimes, and a lot of times, I have these great masks, whether they're vitamin C masks or a La Mer mask that I love. Try to get a good night mask. It's literally a one step and done product where you literally just cleanse your face, put this mask over, and you wake up to better brighter, more well-textured skin, and you didn't have to do a 12-step skincare routine. Another way to uplift yourself is please don't surround yourself with negative people or people that bring you down or anything like that. That's not good for anybody. You gotta surround yourself with people that are supportive, and if you don't have people that are supportive, that's fine. That's what animals are for. You have dogs, you have cats. If you're allergic, get a goldfish, girl. Like, animals for therapy are just surround yourself with good company, whether it be a human form or an animal form, because animal relationships are just as important. And then of course, have hobbies. Your hobbies don't have to be hiking. Obviously my hobby was fashion, so I heavily researched fashion the entire sickness. When you're sitting on a bed and you're tossing and turning, take out your phone. People say, oh, no phones allowed in the bedroom. You guys, for us, they are. Because girl, we all know we have sleep problems, sleep reversal. So it's okay to use the phones in the bedroom. Look up things that you like, that interest you, and learn. Focus on just bettering yourself altogether, mentally, educationally, everything. That all ties into not falling into a depression. And I think that is one thing I naturally, as a survival instinct, gravitated to not, under all circumstances, falling into a depression. You guys, I understand that some people don't have control over falling into a depression. So if you're following all my steps and you're still falling into a depression, one, it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself, right? It's just, your body just starts shutting down, and I get it. But being on a medication to level out your mood is not bad. Don't think you're crazy. Don't think that you're not strong enough because you need medication to control your emotions. That's all bullshit. Right now, I'm looking at you from Morgan Talks. That's bullshit. Don't listen to anybody who's like, oh, don't go on pills to handle your own problems. And those little passive aggressive friends who are like, yeah, I don't need those. I can handle my own stuff. That, first of all, they don't know the first thing. Don't even listen to them, okay? You are now, okay, we all have an invisible disease. We all get that. We all get the judgment. Screw them. Like I said, surround yourself with positive people. Ignore them. You literally don't have the energy to deal with them. Going on a medication to help you level out your mood will just make your entire life so much better. I'm not saying everybody needs this, but people who are in chronic pain, I'm sorry, when you wake up in the morning, you're not gonna go, oh, hi honey, good morning, here's your coffee, and do you want me to make you breakfast? No, you're waking up pretty pissed. At least I do, because you're on day 4 of a pounding headache every morning. You're gonna get irritable. And it's hard maintaining relationships when you're irritable because your patience has dwindled for everything else in life, and it sucks. But going on a mood stabilizer of some sort is going to help you control that and just cope with life better. We don't want to fight with everybody. We don't want that for our lives. And being on a medication is going to help you better balance the frustrations of being sick. Girl, it's all about finding your balance. Some pills won't work for you. They'll do opposite. You get off them. Work with your doctors. Be proactive in taking care of yourself and ignore stigmas. And also, of course, self-care also falls under the lines of therapy, talking to a specialist. Again, if you are an educated person and you are trying to go through life, going and talking to a therapist is not bad. It doesn't make you crazy. It's literally the most it's the easiest thing to do. You literally just drive to an appointment, have somebody drive you if you can, cancel the appointments if you can't make it, talk to your therapist, let them know. Jesus, when I was in therapy the one day, I had a full crash in front of my therapist and I had to leave in the middle of the appointment. It happens. Let them know the situation. All you do is go in there, talk to somebody. Your therapist should make you feel comfortable, which a good therapist will. You go in there, you talk to them, you leave. It's that simple. You don't have to talk about it with anybody. You don't need to report it. No, they're not going to admit you to the psych ward. They're going to just talk to you. Build a world that you could sustain. That, I think, is the best way of approaching self-care. Don't set yourself up for failure. Like, I know if somebody says to me, I live in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia is a very popular city that we all visit. I live in the northeast part of Pennsylvania. So we're about 2 hours away from Philly, and a lot of people I know like to go to Philly for events and concerts and things like that. I know just from experience, walking into a loud concert with a lot of people is not gonna work out for me or for anybody. So instead, we wish them fun, farewell. We stay home, we hear about their time, and that way nobody's rocked. Don't make unnecessary stress for yourself, an unnecessary physical burden. I want to bring awareness to this on social media more. I want this to be part of my channel, and I want to share my experiences with as many people as possible, because you are not alone, you are not crazy, you are not making this up, this is not all in your head. Yes, it is a little bit of a mental illness that you need to cope with it, not because you're crazy or there's something mentally wrong with you. I promise you that. It is not mental, it is 100% physical, and I am saying that from the best doctor in America from Mayo Clinic telling me that. I'm not saying this out of my own mouth. I'm saying this from very experienced, well-taught doctors. I belong to support groups. We talk about it, we know about it. Join as many things as you want. You guys, you could still be cool and take care of yourself. Don't fall into the stigma. The black hole of stigmas. Don't do it. Don't listen to them, girl. Everybody, I love you. I hope this was helpful. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay well. I love you. Bye.